Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Swiss Army Dan coming back at you with another Swiss Army knife video. Today, people, I wanted to talk about this new addition that I just got. And I've had one of these before, but it's nice to have a brand new one. And it's the Midnight Manager. Now, I'm gonna say like this little guy here, he punches hard. You know, I think it might be like one of the best knives to accompany, you know, like your regular EDC that you have in your pocket. Like, it's one of the best keychain knives. I mean, it's really good by itself, but I think it scores really high in the department of, you know, combos. I always like to carry a combination of Swiss Army knives, one on my keychain and one in my pocket. So anyway, this thing is really scoring high for me right now, and I feel like it's a model that I kind of forgot about. I had a blue translucent, which I am a fan of the classic red. You can't go wrong with it. I buy other colors and collect other colors too, but something real nice, especially about like a brand new red Swiss Army knife. It's so shiny. But the reason this thing is so cool is because, you know, it has that Phillips that can get into a bunch of different Phillips, and it's actually really easy to use. I always carry these models with a corkscrew that don't have a Phillips. You're covered by Phillips here, but you can see this will take on like bigger Phillips. There's not too many Phillips unless you're like looking at like a huge screw that this thing won't do, but it doesn't do so well with some of like the really small Phillips screwdriver. So for that reason, I feel like, you know, I got my Phillips screwdriver bases covered with this, even when I'm carrying, you know, a corkscrew back layer tool, standard officer's knife. Also got a nice little blade here, which you could like kind of reserve this one for packages and then leave your daily carry clean for like cutting food. This is a Sportsman, so you know, you do have a little bit of duplication here with a nail file, but if you're carrying like a Spartan, then you can like have two kind of specialized blades and keep them clean, like in case you need to, you know, make an emergency cut or you know, for cutting up food. So that's really cool, like just to have this one like as a dedicated, I'm gonna get this dirty and sticky with box tape and stuff like that. Everybody's ordering stuff online now, so like I myself especially find myself reaching for like a 58 millimeter to cut open boxes, because, you know, it can be that utility thing. Like with this, you don't really want to get it dirty and like get the residue from like tape and glue or whatever down in your knife. You know, of course, every time if you're using it for food, you should, you know, clean the knife. You should wash it off, which these things are really easy to do with. So back to this thing. The next feature is the pen. You can, you know, take out a tool to extend, you know, the writing instrument. That way you don't have to worry about carrying a knife without plus scales, because you got a pen always right there on your keychain, and it's maybe even quicker to get to that than it is, you know, the plus, like if these were plus scales, if there was a pen here. So the other cool thing about the Midnight Manager, it's got a little light here, which doesn't do much, but like, you know, it might help you find a keyhole, you know, if you're coming home in the dark and the porch light's not on. That thing can help a lot. Or just like, you know, in any situation where you just need to check and see if something, you know, check on something. So cool little light. You know, it does add a lot of thickness, the light scale. I'll compare it to a just a classic SD. You can see it's like, you know, almost twice the size of a classic SD, but it is still pretty light. It's not like with ALAX models, you get some more hefts, you get some more weight with them. This thing is still pretty light, and I don't think it would be a bother on the keychain. So, you know, going back to its combo, you know, potential, I think it scores so high for me is because it covers all these great things like your scissors, your pen. A little light is like an added feature. A great Phillips, so you can carry like a scaled down officer's knife, like a Sportsman or a good old Spartan, or if you really want to go minimal, you can carry it with a waiter, and I think that's like, this is a great combo right here, because you got your toothpick and tweezers on the waiter, you've got a corkscrew, and you know, if I was going to carry it, I'd put in one of these mini screwdrivers, so that's a lot of screw driving capability just between these two. I mean, this thing, it works really well for flatheads. You can hold it at an angle and get a lot of Phillips screwdrivers. I've done it with this thing. It works really well too. Plus you've got the other features of the combo tool, the wire stripper and the bottle opener, can opener. So I mean, this little tool plus this, that can get you into like most things, right? And then you've also got an added large blade, which also comes in pretty useful. So I think, yeah, the waiter and the Midnight Manager, killer combo. The Midnight Manager and either of these, super cool combo. Yeah, so I think that's all I have to say about the Midnight Manager. Such a cool little knife, and I'm glad to have a new one. It just came in the mail, so I'm gonna put it on my keychain, and that's how I'm gonna be rocking it, at least for the foreseeable future. But I hope all you guys are doing well. I hope you're not catching the monkeypox, and you're happy and healthy. I want to remind you guys just to be kind to each other, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Swiss Army Dan's out.